So despite New Horizons having been released almost 18 months ago now, Animal Crossing is still topping the Nintendo Switch charts and is currently the second best selling Switch game of all time with over 33 million islands out in the wild. It's impressive to say the least, especially considering there are still hundreds of thousands of new users every month discovering the franchise for the very first time. However, despite the popularity, both old and new players still have some reservations about the content of the game when compared to previous iterations in the series, with the most notable issue being with the repetitive dialogue. Everyone knows what I'm talking about here. Unfortunately, even though New Horizons has a vast library of content, especially considering the thousands of variants and customization options, the dialogue is often seen as repetitive and annoying. So with this in mind, I thought it would be a good time to run through some of these simple things you can do to change up or refresh the dialogue you experience on your island, or maybe even hear something you've never heard before. Number 1. Locations. Now, doing your daily tasks can be repetitive in itself, so one of the best ways to swap out some of the tedious dialogue is by speaking with your villagers in a variety of locations. For example, villagers will often talk about their surroundings, so if you see a villager near a building, be sure to speak with them, and they will almost certainly offer up some new or refreshing dialogue. As you can see here, Tangy is happily talking about the Able sisters, something which many of us may have never experienced before. Another example is by speaking with villagers inside the buildings. Thanks to a post on Reddit, you can see Tutu enjoying the evolution exhibit in the museum with dialogue only relevant to bears. It's pretty cool. Number 2. Outfits. So possibly the biggest change players can make and the easiest thing you can do to prompt new or secret dialogue you've never heard before is by simply changing your outfit. Many players, myself included, tend to stick to their favourite outfits, and once they have the clothing items they like, never really change it, and that's fine. However, once you realise villager dialogue is largely linked to the surroundings or the clothing items players are wearing, it's no longer surprising the dialogue becomes repetitive. A fantastic example of this is by wearing the wedding outfits, which will prompt villagers to talk about weddings or fashion shoots involved in the clothing items. Again, Tangy here is super jealous she wasn't involved, but again, see some refreshing dialogue players would never experience without changing their outfits. And this is just one of many examples. Another excellent example is the animal outfits. Have you ever tried talking to a rabbit dressed as a rabbit, or maybe to a frog dressed as a frog? If not, you're in for a treat. Number 3. Characters. Now, another super easy trick you can do to spice up your island's dialogue and hopefully make it less repetitive is by changing your villagers. Again, many of us are guilty of chasing down our dreamies and sticking with the villagers we know. However, sometimes this leads us to miss out on specific villager personalities or species, and just like the DIY recipes for example, different dialogue is associated with different villagers. So if you've had these same villagers for some time or realise you've never had a particular personality type or species, try moving someone new in to experience some much needed new and refreshing dialogue. Another cool trick is to visit a friend's island or even a dream address and speak with characters there. Did you know Orville has completely unique dialogue in dreams? It's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on, for those looking to experience new dialogue or maybe hear something new, changing your outfit or moving new villagers in or to different locations around your island is key. But what do you think about these tricks, and do you know of any new or secret dialogue? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the Patreon and channel members for supporting this channel, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.